What up, everyone? Mr. Downtown Melo. You're listening to the Entertainment Report on iHeartRadio, live from Dubai for Monday, January 15th, 2018, delivering some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo, that's RAYMELO, on Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to the show anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Everyone had a fantastic weekend. Fox has reshifted the release dates for 3 of its upcoming X-Men projects, including sequel Deadpool 2, the horror-infused New Mutants, and Gambit starring Channing Tatum. Deadpool 2, which brings back stars Ryan Reynolds, has been moved up to 2 weeks and will be released in theaters on May 18th. The film was originally slated to release on June 1st. The move has Deadpool 2 released on the same day as Sony's Slender Man and 1 week before Disney's upcoming Star Wars spin-off prequel, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Deadpool 2 from director David Leitch will also feature Josh Brolin as time-traveling mutant Cable and Zazie Beetz as the missionary Domino. The first trailer for the actioner features Deadpool channeling Bob Ross as he puts together a few detailed paintings. New Mutants, meanwhile, has been pushed back 10 months from its original April 13th release date and now will arrive in theaters on February 22nd, 2019. The delay is for Fox to avoid having New Mutants and Deadpool in theaters at the same time in certain international markets, noted the Hollywood Reporter, citing insiders. New Mutants from director Josh Boone trades in X-Men's Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters for an insane asylum and stars Maisie Williams, Anya Taylor-Joy, Charlie Heaton, Henry Zaga, Blue Hunt, and Alice Braga. Gambit has also been delayed and will now be released on June 7th, 2019 instead of its original date of February 14, 2019. The new summer 2019 date comes after director Gore Verbinski exited the film on Thursday. A replacement director has not been announced. Gambit, written by Josh Sutmer, will feature Tatum in the title role, a New Orleans native known for manipulating kinetic energy and using a deck of playing cards as weapons. Mark Wahlberg tweeted Saturday that he is donating $1.5 million to the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund. Wahlberg wrote in his post, "Over the last few days, my reshot fee for all the money in the world has become an important topic of conversation. I 100% support the fight for fair pay, and I'm donating the $1.5 million to the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund in Michelle Williams' name." The Hollywood Reporter said Wahlberg and Williams' talent agency, the William Morris Endeavor, is also contributing $500,000 to the cause. WME said in a statement, "The current conversation is a reminder that those of us in a position of influence have a responsibility to change inequities, including the gender wage gaps. In recognition of the pay discrepancy on the All the Money in the World reshoots, WME is donating an additional $500,000 to the Time's Up Legal Defense Fund in Michelle Williams' name, following our $1 million pledge to the organization earlier this month. It's crucial that this conversation continues within our community, and we're committed to being part of the solution." The donations were announced after the Screen Actors Guild American Federation of Television and Radio Artists said it is investigating why Williams was paid 1% of what her male co-star earned for reshoots of All the Money in the World. The actors reshot scenes after Christopher Plummer replaced Kevin Spacey, who was axed from the movie following allegations of sexual misconduct. Williams previously told USA Today she was happy to accommodate the reshoot, saying, "There could have been my salary, they could have been my holiday, whatever they wanted, because I appreciate so much that they were making this massive effort." George Clooney has signed on to star in and direct a 6-part Hulu adaptation of Joseph Heller's novel Catch-22. The limited series is scheduled to go into production this year with Luke Davis and David Michald attached as co-writers and executive producer. Clooney was to play Colonel Cathcart. No other casting has been announced yet. Hulu Chief Content Officer Joe Stillerman said in a statement Sunday, "Catch-22 is a rare story that has withstood the test of time, not only as a literary masterpiece, but as a story that still resonates in today's political and social conversation. These are exactly the types of stories we want to be programming at Hulu, and we couldn't be happier to partner with George Clooney, Paramount TV, and this phenomenal group of creatives to bring one of the most well-known books of all time to viewers in a way that they've never seen it before." Catch-22 is described as a news release as the story of an incomparable, artful dodger, Yossarian, a U.S. Air Force bombardier in World War II, who is furious because thousands of people he has never met are trying to kill him. The synopsis reads, but his real problems is not with the enemy, but rather his own army, which keeps increasing the number of missions the men must fly to complete their service. Yet if Yossarian makes any attempts to avoid his military assignments, he has been in violation of Catch-22, a hilariously sinister bureaucratic rule which specifies that a concern for one's own safety in the face of dangers which are real and immediate is the process of a rational mind. A man is considered insane if he willingly continues to fly dangerous combat missions, but a request to be removed from duty is evident of sanity and therefore makes him ineligible to be relieved from duty. AMC says it has ordered a 9th season of its zombie apocalypse drama The Walking Dead to premiere in late 2019. Current showrunner Scott M. Gimple is being elevated as the franchise chief content officer and will oversee the Dead television universe, including The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, and potential spin-off. Angela Kang, who has been a writer on The Walking Dead since 2011 and co-executive producer since 2013, has been promoted to executive producer and showrunner of the flagship series starting with Season 9. Charles Colley, the president of AMC, Sundance TV, and AMC Studios, said in a statement Saturday, "This is an enormously important day for the entire Walking Dead television universe. We are proud to acknowledge Angela's significant contribution to the series and to set a clear path forward for a 9th season under her direction. Further, with gratitude and admiration, we also recognize Scott's broad impact on and leadership of the content that fuels the Walking Dead universe. Together, we will dream bigger and more broadly than ever." I know I speak for Angela, Scott, and everyone at AMC when I say thanks most of all to the fans and to the many talented people who have helped AMC play dead. Gimple added, The Walking Dead is a special show which started in an entirely different era of television and continues in this new era to confidently take chances to tell compelling stories that excites audiences and makes them deeply connect with its characters, adapting Robert Kirkman's brilliant comic book. As the show closes on its 10th year, I'm honored to keep working with the talented, dedicated people behind and in front of the camera to make it all it can be, while expanding the world of The Walking Dead with new narratives like Fear the Walking Dead and a whole host of truly cool stories ahead. Angela is a big part of the heart and soul of The Walking Dead, and I'm thrilled to help facilitate her vision of the show's next era. Kang remarked, I'm beyond thrilled to be stepping into this new role with The Walking Dead. Working on this series and having the opportunity to adapt Robert Kirkman's amazing comic has been a fangirl dream come true for me. I'm so excited to be continuing working with Scott and the wonderful supportive folks at AMC and can't wait to share the next chapter of the story with our fans next fall. The second half of The Walking Dead Season 8 is to debut February 25th. IFC has renewed its horror comedy Stand Against Evil for a 3rd season. Starring John C. McGinley and Janet Varney, the fresh episodes are slated to begin airing in the fall. Season 2 ended in November with McGinley's retired Sheriff Stan Miller and his replacement, Varney's Eve Barrett, accidentally opened a portal into the past, allowing the 17th century demons to create new mayhem in their quaint town of Willard's Mill, news release noted. Oscar-winning actor Leonardo DiCaprio has signed on to star in writer-director Quentin Tarantino's ninth film. The pair previously collaborated on 2012's Django Unchained. Deadline.com reported DiCaprio will play an aging actor in Tarantino's as-of-yet untitled film, which is set in Los Angeles during the summer of 1969 when the Manson family murders took place. Variety said DiCaprio has been in negotiations for months about joining the project. Sony is scheduled to release the movie on August 9, 1919, which would coincide with the 50th anniversary of the slayings of 9 people, including pregnant actress Sharon Tate, at the hands of Charles Manson's followers. Margot Robbie, Tom Cruise, Al Pacino, and Brad Pitt reportedly are also in consideration for roles in the picture. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert will broadcast live following U.S. President Donald Trump's State of the Union address January 30th, CBS announced. Guests for the episode will include Tommy Vietor, Jon Favreau, and John Lovett, and the hosts of Pod Save America, and Jessica Williams and Phoebe Robinson of Two Dope Queens. Chris Stapleton will be the night's musical guest. The last live broadcast of the program aired February 28, 2017, after Trump's address to a joint session of Congress. Starz is developing The Continental, a Chris Collins-penned drama connected to Keanu Reeves' John Wick film franchise. The possible series would focus on a hotel that serves as a refuge for assassins in a hyper-real version of Los Angeles. Collins would serve as a showrunner if the pilot gets picked up, and Reeves is on board as a producer, but the cable network did not say if he's expected to act in the project. No casting has been announced yet. Chad Stahelski, who has directed the first two John Wick blockbusters and is poised to helm the third, is expected to direct the pilot. The project was announced Friday by Starz president and chief executive officer Chris Alberich at the Television Critics Association Winter 2018 press tour. The British miniseries Howards End, starring Hayley Atwell and Matthew McFadden, is scheduled to premiere on Starz April 8th. The cable network said its new half-hour dramas Vida and Sweet Bitter are also slated to debut May 6th. The spring program scheduling was announced Friday at the Television Critics Association Winter 2018 press tour. Vida, about Mexican-American sisters played by Misha Prada and Melissa Barrera, who from the east side of Los Angeles, quote, who couldn't be more different or distanced from each other. A news release says circumstances forced them to return to their old neighborhood, where they are confronted by the past and surprising truths about their mother's identity. Sweet Bitter stars Ella Purnell as Tess, a 22-year-old who arrives in New York City ready to pursue a new life. A synopsis reads, when she finds herself interviewing for a position at one of the best restaurants in the city, she thinks she's found a steady income and a safe place to wait. But Tess is quickly intoxicated by the chaotic, adrenalized world behind the scenes, tasting expensive wine, exploring dive bars, and learning who she can trust. BBC America has set an April 8 debut date for its new spy thriller, Killing Eve. Written by Fleabag creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge, the show will star Grey's Anatomy alum Sandra Oh and the White Princess actress Jodie Comer. Based on the novellas of Luke Jenkins, the series follows the intersecting storylines of two women. Eve, a bored, whip-smart, pay-grade M15 security officer whose desk-bound job doesn't fulfill her fantasies of being a spy, and Villanelle, a mercurial talented killer who clings to the luxurious her violent job affords her, a synopsis for the network says. An hour-long Flight of the Conchords comedy special is set to air on HBO this May. New Zealanders Brett McKenzie and Jermaine Clement are scheduled to tape the program during their live sold-out Flight of the Conchords Sing Flight of the Conchords tour. Hamish Hamilton is directing the special. McKenzie and Clement have appeared on the cable network in various Conchords projects since 2005, including an edition of the stand-up comedy series One Night Stand and 2 seasons of their own sitcom Flight of the Conchords. Fox TV and Nat Geo Channel science program Cosmos Possible Worlds is returning for a second season in the spring of 2019. Host Neil deGrasse Tyson tweeted Saturday, "Yep, we got the band back together. Another season of Cosmos is officially real. Cosmos Possible Worlds to air on at Fox TV and at Nat Geo Channel in a year, spring 2019. The new season will again delve into the cosmic revolution, profound scientific concepts, and how we found our coordinates in space and time," the show's Facebook page says. Former Saturday Night Live stars Bill Murray and Fred Armisen returned to the show this weekend to play former White House advisor Steve Bannon and Fire and Fury author Michael Wolff in a sketch. The pair appeared as guests in an SNL parody of MSNBC's Morning Joe program with Kate McKinnon and Alice Moffat lampooning the show's engaged host Mika Brzezinski and Joe Scarborough. Asked if events depicting in his unflattering portrayal of Donald Trump's first year as President of the United States are accurate, Armisen as Wolff replied, "You read it, right? And you like it? You had fun? What's the problem? You got the jits, so shut up. Even the stuff that's not true, it's true." Bannon, who is quoted in Wolff's book, then removed the black cloak and hood and joined the conversation to dispute that Wolff got him fired from his position as an executive chairman at Breitbart News. Bannon insisted the Bannon magic is still out there. Steve Bannon, the Bannon canon, magic, king of kingmakers. The Bannon dynasty is dawning. I'm working on a web series for Crackle. It's called Cucks and Cars Getting Coffee. And I'm also coming out with a line of wrinkle barn jackets called Front Beers for Guys and a springtime skin care line called Blotch. He went on to say he does not think his career in politics is over. He says, "I convinced this country to elect Donald Trump and I could do it again. Already auditioned candidates, got some prospects, Logan Paul, Martian Shkreli, and the Subway guy, Jarrett Fogle. He's back. He's electable. It's time for America to slide down the banister. Wolf told Bannon, "You did something amazing. You took the biggest long shot in history and you got him elected president, and you unleashed this monster of biblical proportions upon the universe." Bannon replied, "Michael Wolff, that is the sweetest thing anyone has ever said to me." The sketch ended with an appearance from Leslie Jones's media mogul Oprah Winfrey, who some high-profile Democrats are encouraging to run against Trump in 2020. Jones's Winfrey says, "I'm a celebrity, so I am qualified. But I'm different from Donald Trump because I'm actually a billionaire. So who knows? There's only one job more powerful than being president, being Oprah." Saturday Night Live alum Will Ferrell is set to guest host on the sketch comedy show on January 27. Chris Stapleton will provide the musical entertainment for the episode, NBC announced Thursday. Ferrell was a regular cast member on the show from 1995 to 2002. He has previously guest hosted 3 times. Sam Rockwell is to make his SNL hosting debut this weekend. He this week earned Golden Globe and Critic Choice Awards for his performances in the film 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Hazley is slated as the musical guest for Rockwell's episode. Molly's Game star Jessica Chastain has been booked for the January 20th edition of SNL, but Troye Sivan will be the musical guest. Celebrity couple Anne Heche and James Tupper have split after 10 years together. 48-year-old actress and 52-year-old actor confirmed Thursday in a joint statement to People that they're calling it quits after more than a decade together. The pair said, "James and I have shared a great life together and have many wonderful memories. We've enjoyed working together, most recently on The Brave, where he joined us for our 2 mind-bending final episodes." They added, "Relationships change and grow. We're taking time for that. We care very much for each other and plan to continue to raise our 2 beautiful boys in love and harmony. Thank you for allowing us our privacy as our family evolves." Heche and Tupper started dating in 2007 after meeting on the set of ABC series Men in Trees, and welcomed their first child son, Atlas, in 2009. The actress is also parents to 15-year-old son Homer with ex-husband Coleman Laffoon. Us Weekly reporter Heche has filed a petition to establish custody and child support for Atlas. The star is seeking joint custody and reasonable visitation rights for both parents, in addition to legal fees from Tupper. Heche previously dated personality Ellen DeGeneres. She co-starred on the sci-fi series Aftermath with Tupper, who is known for portraying David Clark on Revenge, and Nathan Carlson on Big Little Lies. Tia Mowry is excited to be expecting a baby girl. The 39-year-old actress announced she's pregnant with a daughter in the gender reveal video Friday on her Quick Fix vlog. Mowry is expecting with husband actor Corey Hardrick. The Sister alum demonstrated how to make gender reveal cupcakes and other desserts before sharing her own baby news. She bit into a cake pop filled with pink cake to show that she's expecting a girl. The star said, "We're having a girl. Cree is going to have a baby sister," referencing to her 6-year-old son. "We're so excited." Mowry and Hardrick married in April 2008 and welcomed Creed in June 2011. The actress announced her second pregnancy by posting a baby bump photo in November. Her twin sister and sister co-star Tamir Mowry responded on Twitter at the time, "Yay, couldn't wait to tell the world I'm going to be an auntie." Mowry played T. Landry on Sister and is a star on The Game and Instant Mom. She presently hosts Tia Mowry at Home on the Cooking Channel. Former General Hospital star Vanessa Marcel is expecting a daughter. The 49-year-old actress who played Brenda Barrett on the ABC soap opera announced on Instagram post that she's pregnant with the baby girl. Marcel shared a cute photo of her puppy Rocky snuggling up to her baby bump. The star already shares 15-year-old son Cassius with Brian Austin Green and is expecting with her fiancé, whom she refers to as MC. She captioned the picture, "The girls," with her dog adding a winky emoji. Marcel announced her pregnancy in a post in November, saying she was expecting again after having 6 miscarriages. She wrote, "It's baby time after 6 miscarriages. We are saying prayers for Oompa, #MadHappy, #Our Precious Miracle." Marcel, who is also known for playing Sam Marquez on Las Vegas, announced her engagement to her fiancé in April 2015. She shared a family photo with her fiancé and son ahead of New Year's Eve in December. The actress wrote, "Happy New Year soon" from the Marcel Martins. Danny Glover will be honored with the President's Award at the upcoming 49th NAACP Image Awards. The award, which is chosen by NAACP President and CEO Derek Johnson, is given in recognition of special achievement and distinguished public service. Previous honorees include Lonnie G. Bunch III, John Legend, Van Jones, President Bill Clinton, Soledad O'Brien, Ruby Dee, Muhammad Ali, the founding members of the Black Stuntmen's Association, Kerry Washington, and Spike Lee. Johnson said in a statement, Danny Glover is a remarkable man whose accomplishments in Hollywood are matched by his philanthropic triumphs. Mr. Glover remains a great artist and true inspiration who always uses his celebrity status to advance the cause of social justice and respect for our diverse society. It is with great honor that I bestowed this year's NAACP President Award on Mr. Glover for his phenomenal altruistic efforts both domestically and internationally. Glover, an actor known for starring in films such as Lethal Weapon and The Color Purple, among many others, has also dedicated his time towards philanthropic efforts with an emphasis on economic justice, healthcare access, and education programs. The NAACP Image Award, hosted by Anthony Anderson, will be broadcast live tonight on Martin Luther King Day on TV1 at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. WWE superstar and actor John Cena is set to host the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards for the second year in a row. The 2018 edition of the annual award show will be aired live from the Forum in Inglewood, California on March 24th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The event award then features kid favorites from across the worlds of film, television, music, pop culture, and animation, and more. Cena has also partnered with Nickelodeon to voice an original villain named Baron Draxum in the network's upcoming Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles animated series, and to executive produce a new competition series titled Keep It Spotless, where teams of kids will compete in a battle to stay clean. Mary J. Blige received the star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame during a ceremony that celebrity friends of the singers attended. Featured guests Thursday include rap mogul Sean Diddy Combs, who worked with Blige on her album My Life, record producer Andre Harrell, and Los Angeles City Councilman Mitch O'Farrell. The event took place on Blige's 47th birthday. Fans in attendance greeted her by singing Happy Birthday, Variety reported. Music producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis and Mudbound director Dee Reeds also were in attendance. Blige was recently nominated for a Golden Globe and SAG Award for her role in the film. Blige says, "I'm so grateful for this star right now because I've earned it probably 3 times. I say that with confidence and not with arrogance. I say it because I now know that, and I know my worth and what this means." Harrell, who founded Uptown Records, says, "I feel like a proud father." The label that signed Blige in 1989 said Mary receiving a star on the Walk of Fame is like black women and little girls from around the world with the dream also receiving one. Combs says what makes Mary special, she moves people not just with her voice, but with who she is. She pours everything into a record and into a performance. Whatever she's going through, she knows she has a responsibility for those going through the same thing. Blige was also recently honored in December with the Icon Award at the Billboard Women in Music Awards. Bon Jovi has announced a second North American tour in support of their album This House Is Not For Sale. The tour, which is a continuation of their hit 2017 tour of the same name, is set to begin March 14th at the Pepsi Center in Denver before wrapping up May 14th at the Capital One Arena in Washington. The band will also be performing in Las Vegas, Dallas, Boston, Chicago, Toronto, Philadelphia, and New York, among other cities. Tickets go on sale starting January 18th through Ticketmaster, with the pre-sale beginning January 16th. Bon Jovi is also set to be re-releasing This House Is Not For Sale on February 23rd with 2 new tracks titled When We Were Us and Walls. Bon Jovi was recently named to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame class of 2018. The group will officially be inducted April 14th during a ceremony at Cleveland's Public Auditorium. HBO will broadcast the event at a later date. Electronic music artist Moby says in an interview this month that active and former CIA agents told him President Donald Trump is a Russian agent. Moby told WFPK Radio in Louisville, Kentucky, "Years of touring and spending time in D.C. and New York, I've managed to make a few friends in the intelligence community. And about a year ago, we were having dinner, and they were really concerned. They were like, this is like the Manchurian candidate, like Russian President Vladimir Putin has a Russian agent as the President of the United States. So they passed on some information to me, and they said, like, look, you have more of a social media following than any of us can do. Can you please post some of these?" But on Saturday, Moby denied CIA agents asked him to post anything about Trump. Moby said on Facebook, "Haha, the CIA didn't ask me to post about Trump and Russia, as much fun as they would be." Moby, who is a vocal supporter of Hillary Clinton during the 2016 presidential election, and wrote an essay after the election assailing the U.S. electorate for voting for Trump, went on in the WFPK interview to accuse the president and his family of being involved in an international criminal activity. Moby said, "It's really disturbing. It's going to get quite a little darker. Like the deaths of the Trump family in business and their involvement with organized crime, sponsors of terrorism, Russian oligarchs, it's really dark. So I guess we should all fasten our seatbelts and hold on." Despite Moby's belief that Trump is a Russian agent with ties to organized crime and terrorism, he says he's thankful that the president is incompetent. Moby says, "Just imagine how much more dangerous he'd be if he were intelligent and had emotional impulse controls." Taylor Swift travels the world alongside Ed Sheeran and Future in the new music video for her single Endgame. The clip, released Thursday, features the pop star in major cities such as Miami, Tokyo, and London as she parties and meets up with her two collaborators. As Swift walks the beaches of Miami and rides in a Lamborghini with Future, she is seen hanging out with Sheeran in Tokyo, where she borrows the singer's glasses and begins dancing comedically. Other moments from the video include Swift riding on a motorcycle, gives cheers at a bar, and enjoying a party on a boat. The Endgame music video is the third, directed by Joseph Kahn, who also helmed the videos for Look What You Made Me Do and Ready For It. All three songs appear on Swift's latest album, Reputation. The Dwayne Johnson Kevin Hart adventure Jumanji: Welcome to the Jungle is the #1 movie in North America for a second weekend, earning an additional $27 million in receipts, BoxOfficeMojo.com announced Sunday. Coming in #2 is The Post with $18.6 million, followed by The Commuter at #3 with $13.5 million, Insidious: The Last Key at #4 with $12.1 million, and The Greatest Showman at #5 with $11.8 million. Rounding up the top tier are Star Wars: The Last Jedi at #6 with $11.3 million, Paddington 2 at #7 with $10.6 million, Proud Mary at #8 with $10 million, Pitch Perfect 3 at #9 with $5.7 million, and The Darkest Hour at #10 with $4.5 million. Now let's take a look at what happened on this date in entertainment history. On this date in 1972, American Pie hits #1 on the pop charts. American Pie, an epic poem in musical form that has been long etched in the American popular consciousness, hit #1 on the Billboard charts. The story of Don McLean's magnum opus began almost 13 years before its release, on a date significantly well known to any American who was alive and conscious at the time. Tuesday, February 3rd, 1959 was the day of the plane crash that killed Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and J.P. the Big Bopper Richardson, a date that would imbued with transcendence meaning by Don McLean when he labeled it the day the music died. One might reasonably point out that the baby boom generation has since invested its entire rock and roll experience with transcendent meanings, but don't blame Don McLean for starting the trend. American Pie wasn't written to be a generation-defining epic. It was written simply to capture McLean's view of America as, quote, as I was seeing it and how I was fantasizing it might become. When asked to explain what exactly he was trying to say with some of his more ambiguous lyrics, McLean has generally declined. Many others have applied themselves to the task, however, and even today the internet bristles with exhaustively reasoned interpretations of American Pie and its web of lyrical references to the youth culture of the 50s and 60s. The meaning of the stolen crown and the marching band may be of interest only to the most obsessives of baby boomers. Almost all of us know the chorus of American Pie better than we know our own national anthem, and the chances are good that our great-grandchildren will too. Which isn't bad for a song that was written and recorded by a struggling folk singer who merely hoped that it would, quote, earn $2,000 or $3,000 and make survival for another possible year. And that was your entertainment report for Monday, January 15th, 2018. I'm your host, Mr. Downtown Melo. I'll be back tomorrow to deliver some major stories and trends going on in the world of entertainment and beyond. You can follow the show on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Facebook.com/The Entertainment Report with Ray Melo. That's RAYMELO. On Twitter at The Enter Report, or on Instagram at The Entertainment Report. You can listen to this episode or any previous episodes of The Entertainment Report anytime you want on iHeartRadio. Just go to iHeart.com or your iHeart phone app, search for The Entertainment Report, and it'll take you to the page. Good night, and God bless you all.